Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, SeanzViewEnt.
The WWE SmackDown review, it comes to you from Sean's View, and if you want more reviews like this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications. Now, what a lot of people will do here on YouTube for SmackDown reviews, to get a few quick hits, to get a lot of fast views, what they'll do is they'll say it sucked. It was horrible. It was bad booking. It was bad creative. I shut the show off. I snored during the show. It was horrible. It was tragic. It's not the SmackDown of old. It's not the SmackDown of the Ruthless Aggression era. It's not the SmackDown I remember. It's not the SmackDown I recall. And again, if you want the fast click, if you want the fast views, if you want to find your way into the algorithm and lie all around the place, you can do that. But here on Sean's View Entertainment, we're going to give you the exact view. We're going to give you exactly what went down. We're going to give you exactly what was profound. Ladies and gentlemen, it would be easy, and it is. It's very easy for anybody to come on here and say SmackDown sucked. SmackDown was horrible. SmackDown was in the gutter. SmackDown was in the toilet. SmackDown went down the drain. No, not tonight. You see, I'll tell you, and I'll say it. I'll call a spade a spade. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Tonight, SmackDown, it was booking. Now, was it the greatest SmackDown of the year? Was it the best SmackDown of all time? No, it was from the AMP. It was in Providence, Rhode Island. And no, it's not just because it's almost my backyard, used to be my backyard, was my backyard, will be my backyard. I've been in that arena. I've been at that event for many, many times. I have been there many times. Sean's View Entertainment has been live at the Dunkin' Donuts Center, the AMP Center, the Providence Civic Center, whatever you want to call it. But tonight, between qualifiers, before advancements, progress, storyline, development, you could feel the tension. You could feel the hatred with Sami Zayn and Cody Rhodes. You could see where the WWE was actually implementing and setting the table and setting the stage for next week's SmackDown. Tonight, I'll tell you what, WWE did something good. They did something right. It was a strong show. Again, I'm not going to say it was the greatest of all time or was an Attitude Era show or a Ruthless Aggression show. You cannot even put it up against that. But ladies and gentlemen, as it concerns what we got, what we saw, and what we witnessed, I got to say, and again, your review is the only view that matters. Remember, your review is the only view that matters on YouTube.com. And again, it would be easy for me to come on here and rip the show apart like everybody else that comes on here. Again, to get the fast clicks, to get the quick views. But that's not what it's about here. Even though this is called Sean's View Entertainment and we need all of your views, I'll say when it sucks and I'll say it was good. But the WWE did a lot of right things tonight. Not only during the WWE title confrontation, but now Sami Zayn's going to be the very special guest referee. Now, you're probably saying, well, this is the WWE. It's very predictable. We can call it a mile away. Even though Sami Zayn's a special referee, even though it's very heated between Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn, somehow, someway, GUNTHER is still not going to come out of this thing the winner. Well, if I'm booking, if I'm in charge, because you see, here's the thing here on Sean's View. I'm not just going to come on here and say SmackDown sucked and it was crap and it was horrible. I would give you, and I'll say to you, how I would change it, how I would go in a different direction, how I would book it. And if you want more reviews like this, remember to like, comment, subscribe, because nobody gives the energy, the heart, the hustle, the tenacity. Nobody gives it like the brash and the brazen. I want your review of SmackDown tonight. What stood out? What was the moment of the night? What was the match of the night? The superstar of the night? What to you was SmackDown for you? Was it sunny? Was it shiny? Was it rainy? Was it cloudy? Was it frigid? Was it a scorcher? Was it a hot like it's hot outside right now? Well, I'll tell you what, it was hot inside that arena tonight in Providence, Rhode Island. My home away from home again, almost my backyard. But now there's a lot of questions going into this again. If I was booking this, if I was in charge, next week, Sami Zayn, special guest referee for when it goes GUNTHER, one-on-one with Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE title. What could go wrong? What possibly could go wrong? Well, I have a point in this match where Sami Zayn is a referee. Cody Rhodes is down. GUNTHER is down. Sami Zayn counts both men's shoulders to the mat. 1, 2, 3. And then Sami Zayn, the referee, announces himself the winner of the match and declares himself the brand new undisputed WWE champion. That is what I would do in that scenario if I'm Sami Zayn. If I'm Sami Zayn, if I'm the WWE, if I'm booking this, if I'm in charge of creative, I am putting him at the top, and I am having Sami Zayn steal the WWE title, and then it's up for grabs. It's up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen. Again, it's all about giving people a reason to tune in, not tune out, not turn the channel. You got to do everything in your power to make sure that people don't change the channel during SmackDown. And tonight we've seen some cruiserweight action. We saw the girls all over the show. Sadly and unfortunately, we heard about the injury to Rhea Ripley. There's a lot of rumor and gossip that she may have to be stripped, or she may have to relinquish. She might have to surrender the WWE Women's World title. You've seen progression here tonight. That's the thing about tonight, guys. We've seen advancement and we've seen progression in my estimation. That's what I call, again, I call it the way I see it. Okay? We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to overlay it. We're not going to sugarcoat it, guys. We can't. We can't here on Sean's View Entertainment. Now, I know there might be some of you that felt that this show sucked. Some of you feel, well, LA Knight should have got the win. Finn Balor should have got the win. Jey Uso should have got the win. Well, there can only be one winner in a fatal four-way. There can only be one man that goes on to advance in the King of the Ring. There can only be one man that can go all the way with this. And again, it would be very simple. It would be very logical for me to come on here and just crap on everything the WWE did tonight, but I cannot do that because that wouldn't be the truth, because that wouldn't be realistic, because that wouldn't be the bottom line. I would say from pillar to post, from start to finish, from even the backstage. And finally, the WWE is going. I would say this is a push. My estimation, again, I would say that this is a push in the right direction if this is SmackDown. If you're the WWE, if you're on the booking, if you're the USA Network and you want to raise the ratings, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the ratings go up, if you want to see the stock go up, you want to see the IPO go up. Again, viewers, what did you get? What was your takeaway from tonight's SmackDown? I'm also officially now on Facebook, where you can get the hook. You can also hook me up on Twitter or X, whatever they're going by, whatever they're calling it nowadays in 2026. Follow me over on Twitter. Remember to donate below with a super chat or super thanks donation, or become a channel member today. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of complaints about this show. Fatal 4-Way, I personally wanted to see LA Knight come away with the victory. I wanted to see LA Knight excel, because I'm saying, well, how many more chances? If LA Knight doesn't win this thing, if he doesn't advance, if LA Knight doesn't win the King of the Ring, LA Knight only has one more opportunity, and that is the Money in the Bank in October. How much more? How many more times can you hold off on LA Knight? If a Jey Uso can become a world champion, if a Jey Uso can main event and headline and be in a WrestleMania, if a Jey Uso can win the Royal Rumble, then by God, why can't LA Knight? That's the problem there, okay? Why can't LA Knight? So we saw what happened in the main event. We saw what went down. Fatal 4-Way mayhem. We saw who got the win in the main event on SmackDown tonight. The Blue Brand. And of course, the WWE is definitely featuring the youth. You are seeing the future of WWE right before our very eyes. And that is a good thing. The WWE finally realizing they can't rely on the legends and the Hall of Famers and the old acts of yesteryear. Even though these acts and these characters are nowhere near the Stone Colds and the Undertakers and the Mankinds and the Mick Foleys and the Triple H's and the Rocks, but we don't expect them to be. They got to be an extension of themselves. That's why the WWE got to allow these stars to be themselves. But sometimes they need a manager. Sometimes they need a little bit of a smack in the face, kind of like the smack heard around the world. And even in that in-ring segment tonight with Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn, there were highlights. There were definitely moments that stood out tonight on SmackDown. It wasn't a boring show. It wasn't a horrible show. It wasn't an awful show. Was it the greatest? Was it the best? No. But it was definitely worth a watch, and it satisfied my taste buds as it concerns a review for SmackDown tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not about me. It's about each and every one of you. What is your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions? The official SmackDown review comes to you right from Sean's View Entertainment, where we lay the SmackDown on news, rumors, headlines, gossip, and speculation. If you want this as an add-on, if you want this to continue, if you want this to go on, remember to like, comment, view, subscribe, click the bell. And guys, again, we're not going to just come on here, oh, SmackDown sucked. Oh, SmackDown was horrible. SmackDown was this. SmackDown was that. No. I'm going to give you those intangibles. I'm going to have you see it and view it in a different light. And again, if there's something I didn't like, if there's something I didn't stand for, if there's something that I didn't agree with, I would say how I would have been, how I'd book it, how I'd go about it. But on a night where we thought Finn Balor, Finally, Finn Balor's going to get his chance. Finn Balor's going to get his opportunity, but he hit a brick wall in Royce Keys tonight on SmackDown during that fatal four-way, as we saw a huge brick wall as Finn Balor went for it all and got nothing. Now, this was a tough one because I love LA Knight. I'm a big LA Knight supporter. Hell, I liked him when he was Eli Drake. I liked him when he was in NXT. I liked him when he was in TNA. And now the chance of a lifetime. The WWE finally can go all the way with LA Knight. But then we all saw, could the WWE go right all night? Or would there be a screw-up, or would there be a mess-up? Would the fix be absolutely in? Viewers, I think the top 3 stars of this show, in my estimation, the top three stars of tonight. And here's the other thing on Sean View. It's all real. It's all authentic. It's all natural. There's no AI. There's no edits. There's no redos. You're going to get all the botches, all the bloopers. You're going to get all the mess-ups. You're going to get all the screw-ups. Because here on Sean View, I do it for you. I value each and every one of you. So, the top show tonight, from the top stars to the shop show. What was the top show of the week? Was it Raw? Was it SmackDown? Was it NXT? Was it AEW? Was it TNA? What was the show of the week? Viewers, fans, and subscribers, we will not make you weep. I give this SmackDown a solid 8 out of 10. Yes, you heard that right. A solid 8 out of 10. And I know it might be a little over the top. Some might say it's a little overzealous. Some might say I'm a WWE apologist. But I will tell you when a show is bad, and I will tell you when a show is good. And this had to be, in my opinion, one of the stronger SmackDowns of the year, in my estimation. But that's just the way I see it. That's all I'm calling it here tonight on SmackDown on the USA Network. The WWE had to change it up. The WWE had to go in a different direction. And I think the WWE, whether win, lose, or draw, whether you agreed or disagreed with what they did tonight, I think this has huge influence on next week. And again, next week, I would book Sami Zayn, the referee, to become the brand new, undisputed WWE Champion. And, well, if it's not brash, it's trash. Subscribe with your review of the Blue Brand.